And hello and welcome to the Sparse Creations iRacing League. Back here with the Discount Tire ARCA series. And we are here at Irwindale Speedway for the running of the Irwindale Speedway Saturday Night Showdown. This is going to be a very interesting race. Because this track doesn't exist anymore, actually. Irwindale Speedway just got torn down about a year ago. So it's great to have iRacing still be able to help all these drivers still be able to, what's the word, relive these moments at Irwindale. And very excited to see what these drivers can do here at this track.
Sorry, I didn't see you.
And that reminds me, I have to
Oh, you're fine.
change my settings real quick. There we go. Alrighty. So if we can get race labs up, that'll be great. Standings. Overlay. Alrighty. So we are currently, let's look at who we have here for today's race. Oh, that's not good. Hopefully that goes away. There we go. Alright, so we currently have right now for our entries, we have Logan Pugh, Cole Forland, Aiden Arevalo, Zachary Merdez, Lincoln Bauer, Chris Bowes, Jacob Quayle, Coulter Clark, Gray Walker, Lennon Barano, Caden Perkins, and TJ Lair. Those are currently the drivers who are registered right now, but I'm expecting more to be registered a little bit later. I'll give drivers another ping for 5 minutes remaining for registration. But let's actually find a driver to look at. There's Logan Pugh. Oh, and he's sliding across the infield. I forgot to start the stage. There we go. Alright, the stage has started. So should be good with that. Alrighty. It says I'm still connected to the stage for some reason. That's very odd. But let's see who else is on here. Here's Chris Bowes. He came off of a pretty strong race at Bristol last weekend, but unfortunately he got caught up in some of those late race wrecks, so he was unable to receive the finish that he wanted. However, he did show his speed. What So we have TV2, which is nice. Here's TV3. Gray Walker in a brand new paint scheme here. He has a Red Bull, blue Red Bull, ice Red Bull paint scheme, rather than his usual Interstate Batteries paint scheme, that green car. Jacob Quayle returns to competition after taking a little break at Bristol. And he does have, he still has that thing on the hood about the side drafting. TJ Lair, he actually came off decent, really pretty decent. Oh, and he's wall riding. So he's gonna come out. Here's Lincoln Bauer. So Lincoln Bauer, for those who don't know, or are not in the server, also, if you aren't in the server, please join it. The link is down below. Lincoln Bauer, he originally got a suspension and a 3-race probation for intentionally wrecking the 71 of Liliana Storm under caution. However, due to our newer rule of having drivers being able to replace their penalties, or offering to replace their penalties, as he hits the wall right there, Lincoln managed to get his suspension replaced with a 30-point penalty. So he's back here racing, and we'll still have to keep an eye on him because he is still on probation. Caden Perkins, he's actually returned after quite a while of a vacation. Yeah, ever since Daytona, he has not made a race, so this is his first race back. Oh my god, and he's spinning at the pit road. Oh boy. Let's see who else. There's Coulter Clark. And a number 54 Spotify car. That is a nice paint scheme. Oh, who's someone spinning up back here? Oh, it's the 01. Oh my god, they're flipping. In an Irwindale flips on his side. It's upside down. Oh no. No. Oh my god. That is just horrible. What happened? What even happened? Aiden Revelo comes up into the 85, and that just props him up. Oh my god. What a wild crash. And he hits the wall, both in his front and the back. Gets his wheel stuck in the fence, and then barrels down. And then O2 barely misses the 85 in the 16. But then, just a little bit later, the 18 smashes straight into him. Oh my goodness. He's in the air past the, he was way above the grandstands. That was just an insane crash. Oh my goodness. Oh my god, and he crashed his what? He crashed again. Uh-oh. This doesn't seem like it's gonna be seems like it's gonna be a night of destruction here at Irwindale Speedway. Oh my god. Yeah, we are for sure gonna probably have some pretty crazy crashes if they don't pay attention. Cole Forlan back racing after missing Bristol. He was actually really strong at Chicagoland, and let's see if that can that momentum. Oh, and he's wall riding again. I want to remind drivers oh my god. Oh, what's the word? Not significant advantage, and I forgot what the word was. What did I use? What kind of word did I use? Noticeable advantage. Zachary Mertes back racing after a really strong performance. Unfortunately, last weekend he sold the race away after leading for so many laps at Bristol by just jumping the restart at the very end and getting a black flag. And he honestly would have won that race if he didn't get that penalty, but Zachary is shown to have a lot of talent on short tracks, especially since he does actually race short tracks in real life. So he will be one person to watch here for this race. Let's see who else is on track. There's okay, it's just these guys. Let me just make. I forgot to make another shoot. It's alright. I was gonna say I forgot to make another reminder, but I believe registration is gonna end very soon. Let me just take a look at that real quick. Yeah, registration is gonna end very soon, so. Oh my goodness, my latency variation is off the charts. Oh my god, it was a big crash. Jeez. My goodness. Anyways, on to qualifying. So, let's see who we can get on for qualifying. Let's try to see if we can find Logan Pugh. There you are. Logan Pugh currently on pit road right now. Looks like he's about to come off pit road and start doing his qualifying. Alright, cross the start finish line. Here comes this first of 2 laps. Remember that these drivers cannot hit the wall at all. It is basically an anti-wall ride kind of technique that, or not technique, but I'm like honestly at a loss for words right now. I cannot think of the words I'm trying to express. The way that iRacing makes it so that you can't hit the wall at all, or else your lap will get invalidated. So it's like an anti-wall ride tactic that iRacing puts in for their qualifying officiating. So they can't cheese the qualifying pretty much by wall riding. But we will definitely have to take a look at these drivers as they do end up racing. So speaking of the race, we have 150 laps of racing here at Irwindale Speedway. And we also have a lot of drivers too. I mean, it's quite a lot. 12 drivers. 12 drivers. It's pretty good. Especially for Irwindale, which is not that much of a race like track that people buy. You know, it's a very rare racetrack that people buy. So 12 drivers is a really good count. Zachary Mertes completes his qualifying. Here's Jacob Quayle. He's completing his qualifying run. Does he improve? Yes, he does. He is going to finish in P4. Cole Forland is your pole sitter for the race. No, Chris, this track is not free. It is a paid track. Yeah, I mean, it does fall under the smaller price of it being a local short track, that being $12. However, it is still a paid track. But Alright, so there's no one currently on track. Let me click on ready to race so that we can finish this up. Alrighty. It doesn't seem like no one's on track, so I don't know why we don't have qualifying starting up, but we do have some drivers who did hit the wall a little bit. Caden Perkins got a 2x, Lincoln Bauer, TJ Lair got a 2x. So these cars might be pretty alrighty. We're getting close to the end of qualifying. Alrighty. So let's see. So let's get our current points. Current point standings right now as we start to get ready for pacing. So Jordan White currently in first place with 151 points, followed by Logan Pugh, who after a three race lead, he got an 8th place finish and managed to lose the points lead and is now in second with a 143 point with 100.43. Oh my God, 143 points. In third place we have Lincoln Bauer. Actually no, because I forgot to put in your points penalty. Oh my God, you're all the way down here now. In third place is actually Gray Walker with 128 points. He had a pretty strong showing at multiple races this season, especially at Watkins Glen and Chicagoland. So he's been able to get himself back up to the championship fight. And then in fourth, Joshua Parent, who was not here, he has 123 points. And then TJ Lair in 5th place with 119 points. Now let's go over the order of the starting order of the race. We have Cole Forland in the 97. He is on pole. He is your pole sitter. After him, you have Aiden Revelo in the number 16. After making one start in Watkins Glen, very great finish too, 2nd place. See if you can keep that up. 3rd place, we have Gray Walker in that number 18 Red Bull Ice car. The number 14 of Jacob Quayle is in 4th place. Lincoln Bauer in 5th place after a decently strong showing at Bristol. Let's see if he can bounce back from that penalty though. In 6th place we have Coulter Clark. Been quiet mostly this season. He's only ran 2 races, but let's see how we can do here at Irwindale, as actually we are 1 to green. So we'll just go down to order. Logan Pugh is in 7th, Chris Bowes in 8th, and Zachary Mertez in 9th, TJ Lair in 10th, Caden Perkins in 11th, and Landon Barano in 12th. And we are actually not going green this time by, we're going green this time by. So the pace truck will actually dive down pit road on the backstretch. That is one thing I forgot to mention, is that this track's pit road, both the entrance and the exit is on that backstretch. And let's just say that if we have green flag pit stops, we might see some crossing over depending on the lines. But the pace car comes down pit road. We do have a restart zone here, and there it is, coming up right here. Green flag back, green flag in the air to start out the Saturday night showdown here at Irwindale Speedway. Irwindale ripping the high line with the number 97 of Cole Forland defending on the inside. This track is very high line dependent, so drivers are gonna have, oh boy, we already have a crash in the back. The 02, and I believe it was the 01 as well. Logan Pugh got involved in a crash right here on the backstretch. Let's take a look at this. So it seems like the 02 of Zachary Mertez thought he was clear, but just clears himself off the 01's front bumper, and the 01 just has to check up with the 2 running into him, thus spinning the 01 out and causing the caution. And yeah, so this race is gonna be very interesting, with especially with that highline dominance. You're either gonna have to really send it in on the inside and do a slide job, or you're gonna have to stay in line and hope that the guy in front of you messes up so that you can overtake him on the outside. So that's why you saw the 02 as he's down pit road now. Same with the 85. 85 is down pit road as well. You saw the 02, he tried to slot in line to not try to lose as many positions as he can. But yeah, just wasn't able to get there in time. Alright, as the 85 exits pit road, followed by the 01 and the 02. Looks like the 02 has decided not to take any fast repairs. Remember that every driver has 2 fast repairs this race, in every race, besides super speedways where they have 3. So let's take a look back up here, front of the pack. Aiden Revelo choosing the high side. Remember that, well, actually no, I shouldn't say remember, as we're actually about to go green now. New rule implemented is that we have a choose rule, so drivers will be able to choose whatever line they have. Oh, and Revelo gets a great jump with restart. As we look further back in the pack,
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
And we have another caution, and it is Landon Barano sideways. So the 13, so look, it's like a lane lower than the wall. Oh, the 2 car actually. Hold on, what happened here? I think this was actually started it. So the 2 car tries to go down the track, but the 20 is there and just overcorrects it and hits the outside wall. And then the 02 hits the 13, who is trying to slow down for the crash. And the 02 also gets collected on that. So that is 2 cautions already in the first 8 laps. Not a great look right now, but I believe that we can clean it up a little bit once we start getting into a green flag run. Once we start getting into a green flag run, I think we're gonna see a lot more people spreading out, and that's when the pit strategy is gonna come in. Speaking of pit strategy, these cars are actually at 30% fuel capacity, so these drivers will have to make at least 3 pit stops, full green flag pit stops on a full run, in order to make the whole distance, unless if they save, of course. So Aiden Revelo still leading. Cole Forland back in second place after losing a position or two on the first start of the race. Looks like Jacob Quayle, Caden Perkins, and Logan Pugh have chosen the inside line. As Pace Truck dives down pit road. Coming around turns 3 and 4.
Green flag.
We are green flag back in the air. The 14 actually has a bit of a checkup, and the 20 had stack up into him as they're 3 wide in the back. They all managed to sort it out. Oh, the 0-2 sideways. He is very loose. I'm not sure if he got a little bit of help or if that's the rear damage that he has on his car. As the 14 of Jacob Quayle is actually on the apron for some reason. Probably letting everyone by. He doesn't want to be a part of the chaos anymore. He probably wants to save his stuff to the very end. Here's a battle for third. Ray Walker against Lincoln Bauer. And also the 54 of Coulter Clark joining in that battle as well. Looking at the lead, Aiden Revelo are pulling away from the field already. He is long gone from the 97. And everyone else starting to spread out now. We don't have any battles, I don't believe. Yes, that is true. We don't have any battles. So we shall see where this green flag run takes us. The tires are going to be starting to degrade a little bit. And you also have to worry about the fuel. No battles right now besides maybe the 54 kind of closing in on the 18 now. 56 gets in the wall a little bit. Oh boy, we have 2 cars in the wall. That is the 85 TJ Lair in the wall. And then Chris Bose scuffed the wall just a little bit. Probably trying to avoid, as we have a car in the apron. Landon Barano. Oh boy, his car is completely destroyed. What happened here? Oh my goodness. Oh my god. Oh, that is a hard hit. That should have been a caution. He did get out of the way though. And he went straight down to pit road, so I don't believe we're gonna call the caution for that. I'm not sure. It depends on how quickly Landon can get out of pit road. He's gonna lose about 3 laps from here. Not a great start for that 13 car. There's a battle for 4th. Coulter Clark's gaining ground on the Gray Walker right here, with Logan Pugh tagging along. You see how the 54 had to let go of the gas a little bit to avoid hitting his teammate, the 18. Now Logan Pugh is going to try to make a move to the inside of the 54. But at Irwindale, you have to be very committed to your line. You can't be hesitant on where you go, because that's just not how you can be fast here. You have to be very committed to a line in order to gain that momentum or get that slide job. As the 54 is going to dive down on the inside, but he's going to lose out a little bit. The 01 Logan Pugh's looking to the inside, but backs out. As we have a lapper, that being Jake Quayle, currently on pit, letting everyone by once again. Battle for second is actually heating up a little bit. Lincoln Bauer has been hounding that 97. And actually Zachary Mertes, oh, he disconnected through packet due to internet issues. Oh man, that is unfortunate. Oh, and we have a car on the wall. I think that might have been the 18 or the 54. As Logan Pugh is gonna dive to the inside, trying to make a move on the 54. He's side by side now. Can he make it work into 1 and 2? Oh, the 18 is it's hitting the wall a little bit. Oh boy. The battle for 5th is heating up. The battle for 4th, I'm sorry. 18 of Gray Walker is hitting that wall. Quite a bit, like barely scraping the wall. Logan Pugh still trying to make some ground on the 54. As Coulter Clark scrapes the wall a little bit right there. Oh boy, we have a crash. What happened here? Lincoln Bauer. Oh no. Cole Forland and Lincoln Bauer battling as Lincoln. Oh no. Lincoln just comes down the track to try to keep his run on this 97, but he overcorrects. He gets a little loose and then overcorrects into the 97. And that's what spins him out, causing a huge stack up right there. That could have ended very bad. Zachary Mertes is back. Let me wave him and also the Landon as well, because I know I wasn't able to get to him in time. As 13 will be waved around one more time. Same with the L2. Trying to gain back his laps. I know that Zachary got disconnected from his internet issues. So hopefully he can gain that back. As we are currently 1 to green, as we have a little bit of a clutter right here. What's happening right now? As Space Truck dives on pit road, Gray Walker side by side with Aiden Revelo. Now they're going to come into the restart zone.
Green, green, green.
Green flag back in the air. Oh boy, Coulter Clark hitting the wall a little bit. There's a little bit of scuffle in the back. Oh, there's another spin. Caden Perkins on with a slide. Let's take a look at what happened here. So it started out with the 54 scraping the wall a little bit, and then that causes a big stack up in the back right here. Logan Pugh has nowhere to go, and then Lincoln Bauer just hits the 01. Also hits the wall. Just no one has anywhere to go, and then Caden Perkins gets spun out by Jacob Quayle. Wait. So the 0-2 and Landon has got all of his laps back now. As we're still pacing. Let's see if we can get Zachary one more wave around. Oh boy, that was a close one. So there goes Zachary. And right now we're going to the choose. Let's see who chooses the inside. Everyone stays on the outside besides TJ Lair. TJ Lair is going to be on the inside. Front row. Alongside Aiden Arevalo. Followed by Cole Forland. Chris Bose on the inside. A lot of people choosing the outside line. The high line is the suggested line. But let's see if this 85 machine can make it work.
Green, green, green.
Green flag back in the air. TJ Lair able to gain a position. Well, I mean, he lost a position from Coulter Clark, but he managed to get a net gain of maybe like 2 or 3 positions from just choosing the inside. Cole Forland not as lucky. He's getting shuffled back to behind Logan Pugh. Zachary Mertes trying to dive it down on the inside. See if he can make that work. Jacob Quayle hits the wall a little bit. Let's look back out up here in the front of the pack. Aiden Revelo and Coulter Clark. Coulter trying a more aggressive line than Aiden. He is really diving it into those corners with the, oh, and the 20 is slow on the bottom. Don't know what that's all about. Battle for third is heating up. Actually, no, that's fourth. Battle for fourth is heating up. But now you have Cole Forland right on the back bumper of Logan Pugh. Oh, the 2-car is gonna spin the 97. Yellow's out. The yellow's out. Oh my goodness. The 97 just gets dumped by the 2-car of Chris Bowes. What? Okay. The 97 actually, yeah, Chris just goes up the track and cleans him out. He just cleans out the 97, which unfortunately caused the the 56 of Lincoln Bauer to hit the back of him. And then the 20 of Caden Perkins just has nowhere to go on the high side. Oh my goodness. So much carnage happening here at Irwindale. Let's wave around the 0-2 of Zachary Merdez. Let me wave him again. As multiple drivers come down pit road, about half the field comes down pit road, half of them stay out. So Zachary's going to gain one more lap. You have to be careful around the outside. Let's take a look at who's down pit road. So we have Cole Forland, Gray Walker, Lincoln Bauer, Chris Bowes, Lennon Barano, and that was it. So we are coming to the green. Let's see who chooses the inside line. Who is daring enough? TJ Lair daring enough to go around the inside. Same with Gray Walker. He's going to try to gain some positions that he lost. As the pace truck comes down pit road. We are going to come around turns 3 and 4.
Green, green, green.
And green flag back out in the air. Okay, no penalty. And TJ Laird does not get the start that he wants. He's going to get freight trained by the 54 into 01.
Yellow flag is out.
And the caution is back out again. For what? What was the yellow out for? Who threw the yellow flag? What? Oh. Okay. Okay. Oh boy. Oh no. The 13 and the 56 get into it again. Let's get a different camera view. Right here, the 56 diving into the inside of the 13. The 13 goes down in the 56 and spins both of them out. Actually, the 56 is able to hold on to it while the 13 is going to overcorrect and smack the wall on the outside. Let's wave Zachary around base car once again. So lessons learned that the inside line, choosing the inside line is going to be a gamble. You're either going to get a great restart and gain a ton of positions, or you're going to not have a great restart and you're going to lose a bunch of positions. As the 01 gives the 85 a little push right there. Probably to save some fuel, I don't know. Something unique I find about these cars is that they don't have a right side window. If you look at the right side window, it's completely blank. They don't have one at all. And TJ Lair gonna try it again on the inside. So as the pace truck drives on pit road once again, 85. Gonna have to get a great restart in order to maintain his position. And they're spinning? The 13,
Hang on, we're not going green.
the 13 just spun around for no reason. Oh my god. Landon Barano spinning out as we were just about to go green. And he loses it as he was trying to brake. So we're going to try this one more time. The 16 actually is trying to save his fuel by going around the inside and cutting the whole track. Now it has won the green. We're actually almost halfway done with this race. Only about 13 more laps until we're halfway. As the pace truck dives on pit road. Aiden Revelo on the outside. TJ Lair on the inside. Who gets the jump?
Green, green, green.
Green flag back out in the air. TJ Lair has a great restart. He's gonna place in second. Everyone else trying to scramble for positions. Gray Walker has hung around the inside. He has nowhere to go. It's a freight train. He's gonna find a spot right here. Will he take it? No, he won't. His teammate, Caden Perkins, is gonna be wrapping around the outside. Will he let his teammate in? Yes, he will. 3 wide. Cole Forlan making it 3 wide. Oh boy, they're gonna be 4 wide right there. Some drivers are scraping the wall just a little bit. The battle back here is getting really intense. Chris Bowes and Jacob Quayle side by side. Jacob trying to see if he can make some ground on the inside. Not gonna happen. He's gonna have to slap back in line. Oh boy, TJ Lair in the wall a little bit. Oh, Colton Clark nearly cleared himself on the 0-1. Colton Clark finding himself back in line in 3rd position. This Gray Walker. He's trying to make some ground on that 0-1. It is really hard to pass here at Irwindale. Oh boy. We have the 54 in the wall just a little bit. And I believe we have a lap car. That's Landon Barano. He is right in front of the leader, Aiden Revelo, so that's probably going to stack him all up if he doesn't get out of the way. Oh, the 54 going to make a move on the 85. No, he doesn't have a run. The 01's not going to help the 54. Oh, 85 is in the wall. TJ Lair is in the wall. He's scraping it. He is just in that wall. He did not get an advantage, so there won't be any penalty for him. But they really have to watch it with that wall. Still hanging on the inside, still trying to fight and trying to gain some ground as the 85 is being essentially pinched to the outside wall, having nowhere else to go. Colton Clark gonna make a dive to the inside. Oh boy, they're not gonna be 3 wide, but Lincoln Bauer is now in the battle for 3rd. They're gonna make it 3 wide. Lincoln Bauer on the inside. Oh boy, the 56 sliding up the track a little bit. 54 as well. Colton Clark not being able to use as much track position as he wants. He's going to get into the 0-1. Lincoln Bauer going to make 3 wide. He's going to slide drop it to the outside. He's going to hit the wall. They're all congested. They're all being slowed down by this battle up here. Letting the guys behind be able to pass. The 56 and the 85 managed to get away from the pack. Now their eyes are set on that 16 car. Now Colton Clark has to find a way to get back. Oh, and Lincoln Bauer's going to try to slide drop it, but he's not. He's going to make contact. That is heavy contact. Oh my goodness. Lincoln just cleared himself on the 54. This is not good for that 56 car. From an officiating standpoint, this is not a great look. Oh boy, these drivers are getting into the wall now. A lot more. Tempers are starting to flare a little bit. Oh my god, Logan's a little loose on the exit. He's gonna get loose in the corner. Will he save it? No, he won't. Oh, he does save it, barely. With a little bit of contact and a little bit of help from the 20 car. They're gonna keep it green. Now, Lincoln Bauer trying to hunt down the 85, while the 85 is trying to hunt down the 16 is on the complete opposite side of the track. Basically a 5-second lead from first to second place. Aiden Revelo has basically run away with it. Oh, the 20 slow in the corner. He's gonna have to back out. A lot of these drivers are starting to become a little bit more impatient as they're really getting into the wall, trying to find the grip that they used to have, that they're trying to find out what Aiden has. Because Aiden just entered turn 1 and 2 and 85, and the 56 were entering turns 3 and 4. Lincoln Bauer gonna slide drop it. Gonna slide drop it again. He's gonna make it work. Caution's out. Who was caution? That would be, I believe, 13. No, it's not. Who was that up ahead? Oh my god, Logan Pugh. What happened to you? We got loose off the corner. Really loose off the corner and just wasn't able to keep it straight. And he's gonna slide into the inside wall. Oh, hard hit onto two wheels. And it looks like Logan is done for the day. Let me get oh, wait. Was his day done? I'm not quite sure. Okay, and Cole has got his laps back too. Zachary Bertez, you have to get your lap back. Same with, I guess Cole got, yeah, he got the lucky dog. Or who got the lucky dog? Oh, looks like Landon's going to stay out. He's going to get the wave around. So everyone is going to be back on the lead lap. Lincoln Bauer first off pit road, I believe. Yes, he is. Did he take 2 tires? Let's take a look back at his pit stop. Let's see. Yes, he did. Lincoln Bauer only taking a 2-tire stop to get out in front of Aiden Revelo. Now, this is going to be great to see if having track position is better than having a tire advantage at this track, especially in the longer run. As the pace car dives on pit road. Where is...
Green.
There we go. Green flag back in the air. Lincoln Bauer out front. Is he going to defend? Oh no, he's going to get tapped by the 54 just slightly. Oh boy. Coulter Clark. Oh, Lincoln's sideways into the wall. They're all over the place. Oh, Aiden Rebel is going to force the 3 wide. They're spinning. Caution's out once again. Who was out in front? Was it Coulter Clark? Okay, there we go. Sorry about that, guys. I missed the start. So Coulter Clark out in front, and I don't think that the 56 is going to be too happy about getting a little tap from the 54 and then just getting muscled through by the 16. I'm not sure, but just a reminder that I understand that it's really hard to pass here at Irwindale, but you gotta have to at least have some sort of racecraft or racing respect. I mean, I didn't fully see it. Let me actually, as they're 1 to green real quick, let me just really quickly go to that 3 wide move with Aiden Arevalo. So out on the restart, Aiden, Lincoln gets really sideways, and Aiden's just gonna muscle his way through into 3 wide and capture 2nd place. As they are now coming to the green flag now. I should probably have gone to the live. Here we go. Getting ready for the green flag. Coulter Clark on the outside with Aiden Arevalo now on the inside. Green flag back in the air. Aiden trying to get as much track as he possibly can from Coulter, but Coulter has that high side advantage. Oh, and they're wrecking it back.
Yellow.
Once again, another wreck. People are just being too desperate. Let's take a look right here. Zachary Mertez and that's Jacob Quayle right there. So it looks like to me, Jacob just cleans him out right there and gets spun up by the, with a little bit of help from the 13 car. Chris Bose, the 18 was wall riding. Let me take a look at that. Where did that happen? In this corner. Oh. Yeah, he did gain a significant advantage. Right? Yeah. Yeah, he did gain a significant advantage. He kept his foot in it, so. I'm gonna have to give Gray Walker. Let me give him an EOL right now. Gray Walker is gonna have to drop back to the rear as we're coming to 1 green here, so we'll see who comes to the inside. Aiden Revelo gonna try it again on the inside. TJ Lair, also a daring driver, to make it to the inside. Kenny Perkins just coming out pit road. So I believe everyone's still back here besides Logan Pugh, who unfortunately retired from the race. But as we come to the restart zone, Colton Clark on the outside.
Green's out. Green flag. Green flag.
He's gonna get pretty even start. Oh, Aiden's gonna give him a little contact. The 54 is in the wall a little bit. Aiden's clear. Oh my god, I gotta stop with the voice cracks. Aiden Revelo is clear. He is back leading in this race. As the 2-car, Chris Bowes, is having some technical issues. Internet issues, is blinking a little bit. Keep an eye on him. Now everyone is sorted out once again. Okay, why are we going to the pace truck? Yeah, there's not really any battles besides Zachary Mertez trying to make a move on Jacob Quayle. See if he can make it work. He's gonna dive it all the way down to the inside. And then see if he can get side draft him. No, he's not. He's gonna be clear again. Oh, Zachary just put 14 in the wall. Oh my god. Oh my goodness. That is gonna be. So everyone's still spread out now. So Aiden Revelo and Coulter Clark still hanging on. Trying to at least keep in touch with the 16. Make sure he doesn't run away. But that 16 has bad fast speed right here on that outside line. He is not even hitting the wall at all. He's just managing to get some speed. The 85 gets a little nick in the wall. As TJ Lair and Chris Bowes. Chris is starting to. Oh, the 56 in the wall. He's stuck on it. 18 gonna try to make a move to the inside on the wounded 56 car. He's gonna make it work. He's gonna slide job right up ahead. Oh my god, Lincoln Power is gonna try to make it 3 by, but he doesn't make it work. My goodness. Lincoln Power tries to go down after the 18 makes a tremendous slide job, but then doesn't realize that 97 is gonna be down there by the time he gets there, and it's just too late for the 56. Actually, did the 97 really did help out, but that original contact I was on the 56. I'll have to look back on what was the 97's input on that. He just, I mean, that's probably out of reaction, right? I don't know. So now these drivers are Aiden Revel is the only one who stayed out. Zachary Meredith also stayed out. Actually, who? Okay, yeah. Seems like the 56 might have taken rights again. Lincoln Bauer gonna try to make the inside work here in this restart. So now, Aiden Revelo back on that preferred high line. See if he can. How good is restart gonna be?
Green, green, green.
Green flag in the air. Lincoln Bauer does not have a great restart at all. Lincoln Bauer falling back 2 positions. Zachary Mertez now right behind Aiden Revelo. Oh boy, the 56 got a little run through. I don't think there was a little bit of contact between him maybe with the 2 car. Got a little sideways, but they're still going. Some of these drivers might be running out of fast repairs as well. Caden Perkins now making ground on the 56 of Lincoln Bauer. Oh, the big crash in the back. Huge crash. Involving the 85 of TJ Lair. Oh, and he just gets loose off the corner. And then he overcorrects it. Oh, the 14 just barely squeaks by. The 97 has nowhere to go. Oh, and the 2 car just smacks the pit insinuator. Oh, I was just thinking about like how dangerous that pit insinuator was gonna be. He is crab walking Chris Bowes. Oh my goodness. Let's take another look at that. At that incident at a different TV view. So Jacob Quill managed to get by. And then Chris Bowes, oh man, hard hit for the 2 car. I can't get to him. Boom. And then he gets hit again by the 85. Oh my goodness. And it looks like Chris is done for the day. Might have ran out of fast repairs. Let's take a look. No, you did not actually. I don't believe so. Maybe. But he is done for today. 100% done for today. Zachary Merida is up in front. It looks like some people stayed out with Aiden Revelo. Now he's back in the pack. He has some ground to make up. Cole Forland has some front end damage. Lincoln Bauer using his fast repair to repair his car. TJ Lair as well. So coming to the choose. Oh, so he did have a meatball, I believe. So I think Logan Pugh and Chris Bowes might have had a meatball, and that's why they were done for today. They just ran out of fast repairs. Unfortunate ending for both of those drivers. But now, Zachary Merdez and Caden Perkins on the front row. Let's see how this is going to play out. The 0-2 and the 20. As they head to the restart zone. Zachary Merdez has a great jump on Caden Perkins. Caden is going to slot in on the outside. The 54 trying to make some ground on Jacob Quayle. Jacob Quayle is going to smack the wall. Oh, the 20 is loose. And there's a crash in the back with the 56. Oh no. Okay. Right here, I mean, judging by this camera angle, it seems like they just got into each other. I mean, yeah, Landon just went down the track a little bit, and Lincoln just was caught loose. And as he's on the apron, I mean, that is racing surface, so you can use that. He gets loose on the apron. Oh boy. And the 16 actually cleans out the 13, but the 56 is just there to finish the job. TJ Lair has his black flags cleared. Was he also done for today? I'm not quite sure. But that was also, oh yeah, that was a hard hit for TJ. Oh yeah, his car, he might be done. I'm not sure. Maybe he has one more fast repair remaining. Let's take a look. Yeah, he's back. So seems like he's fine. Cole Forland still on pit road trying to get lots of his repairs done. Then in Barano, he's on pit road to get one more fast repair in. This has been quite a night, I will say. It's definitely been more of a night of destruction than a Saturday night showdown. Should have named this the night of destruction. There are rumors though that next season's schedule for the Suarez Creations iRacing League might have Irwindale's figure 8 configuration. But that's for another day. Zachary Merdez once again on the high side with Caden Perkins on the inside. And Zachary is back out in the lead. And the 14 Jacob Quayle in third now on the outside. And Jacob is still blinking. Gray Walker trying to make a move. Trying to see if he can gain some ground on that 14. But he's going to keep shuffling back on the inside. Oh, they all hit the wall right there. Probably going to have to... Oh, the 20 is loose once again. That is not good for that 20 machine of Caden Perkins. Showing some possible... what's the word? Troubles. Oh, the 18 gets moved a little bit by his teammate, Colton Clark. Oh, the 14's in the wall a little bit. He slides up. And the 56 hits it. 16, but the 16 keeps going. That was a pretty aggressive contact as well. Good on Aiden Arevalo for keeping that car straight. As the 85 TJ Lair is going to slot in right there in 6th place. And we have some cars scraping the wall a little bit. And all this is, as all that is happening, Zachary Mertez is actually pulling away from the field. Oh boy, and the 85 is in the wall once again. He loses a position 2 to 56. Aiden Revelo, oh, Aiden Revelo makes some contact with 54. Aiden is trying his hardest to make a move on the inside, just can't do it. He may just have to fall back behind the 56 and try to make a move, or maybe bump him. Use a little bit of that bumper. As Cole Fortland shoots around on the outside of the 85. As for 7th position. People are starting to get anxious as the laps are closing down. Starting to become more aggressive. Keep an eye on the ticker up above. See if Caden Perkins can track down Zachary Mertez after a little scuffle at the very beginning, causing them to slow down. Oh, looks like Caden is very loose. Is gonna lose. Oh my goodness. The 3 VHR cars making contact. Oh boy, there's tons of contact made. 18 is loose. He's gonna wall his teammate. Oh my god. The 54 Coulter Clark gets smacked in the rear. Oh my god. You guys have to. Oh, and the 20 gets. The 20 of Coulter. Caden Perkins is gonna get cleaned out by his teammate. My goodness. Yeah. Actually. Oh, those. It looks like there's a little bit of netcode involved, but the 18 and 20 did go up and down the track at the same time. So, I mean, it's teammate on teammate violence, but yeah, not great teamwork from the VHR guys. As the 54 seems to be pretty upset with the 97. No, the 97 is upset with the 54. He turns him right there. And then the 54 brake checks the 97. Oh boy. So, does Caden Perkins have one more fast repair? Because I know that he's gotten involved in at least 2 crashes. So if I can better camera angle. There we go. Yes, he does. So he used one of his last fast repairs. As we are actually going to be coming to a 6-lap shootout. As what am I doing? So we're come to a 6-lap shootout with the green flag starting on lap 145 out of 150. This has been a very quick and short race, honestly. Probably the best decision too, not to make it 200 laps. But this is going to be something very much worth to watch, as it looks like Landon Barano on the inside, but he's not going fully on the inside. Okay. But Zachary Mertez, Aiden Arevalo. Okay, yeah. Gray Walker is gonna take that position right there. As we come through green flag in the air. Gray Walker spins his tires. Oh, the 16 of Aiden Arevalo gets a little loose. Car just snapped on him a little bit, but he saved it. Now the 16 is gonna have to hunt down that 02. As there's contact in the back. 3 Toyotas Going 3 wide. Lincoln Power is going to perform a slide job. He's not going to make it work. He's going to door to 18. Oh my god. Lincoln Bauer, you have been a menace all race. Please, just calm down. Anyways, back onto the battle for the lead. Aiden Revelo trying to get a run on O2. He does have one. What's he going to do with it? He's going to stay behind O2. Coming to 3 to go. Aiden and Zachary having about the same run out of turn 2. It's go time now. 2 laps to go here at Irwindale. Can the O2 hold on? Aiden has, oh, he's gonna dive to the inside. He's gonna make a little bit of contact with the O2. Rough him up, a little bit of white flag in the air. Aiden Revel gonna slide job on Zachary Merdez. The O2 is right on the back bumper of the 16. Is gonna drive right through him into the wall. Oh my god. And Zachary Merdez will win at Irwindale after a wild send. That is we'll have to look back at that. Aiden, I don't think, is too happy about that. I think Aiden thinks that he deserves to win, but for now, your unofficial winner being Zachary Mertez and Colter Clark in the middle of everything right now. Well, so we can look at the results. Yeah, Zachary Merdez is your unofficial winner. I mean, we'll have to look back at what just unfolded on the final lap. Actually, let's take a look right now as celebrations are going on. So let's go all the way right here to turn 3. And let's actually go to a, yeah, the chopper view. So the 16 makes a big dive down to the O2, but slides up, makes contact with the O2. They're still going. Right? Makes some contact down the straightaway. The 16 of Aiden Revelo gonna try to make another dive bomb. Try to slide it up, but he's not clear. Actually, he does clear with Zachary letting him by, but he's right on the back bumper. And then Zachary's just gonna completely dive right down the track and with a bunch of contact with the 16's rear quarter panel. I mean, both of them were going down the track. I think, honestly, I think Aiden might have performed a pretty late block right there, but let's keep going. As the 16 is gonna smack the wall right here, gonna turn to O2 a little bit with just having nowhere to go, and then the rest is history. So yeah, Zachary Merdez, your winner here at Irwindale. Let's get him up here in the booth. And let me move this ticker. Zachary Merdez, you are our winner here at Irwindale Speedway. That was a crazy battle between you and Aiden. Tell us through your experience.
Yeah, I mean, he had fresher tires going on the end of the race there. So I knew he was going to be a threat, and I thought we were having a really good race until, you know, going on to the white flag, he got underneath me, and you know, pushed me, hit me up the racetrack, coming to the white flag. So all's fair and love and racing, I guess. We throw it down into 1 and 2, and he just slides up on my nose. I mean, he went for a move. I respect it, but he wasn't clear. So he slides up onto my nose. He gets me. He's on my nose, parking on my nose. My bumper is quite literally locked to him, coming off a 2. It snaps me loose. So I mean, all is fair at that point. So I go for the move into 3. Looking back at it, it looks like I missed his bumper to give him the shot that I was intending to give him, and I slid past his quarter panel, which inevitably broke the car sideways. My first move is, whenever I see something like that happening, is to hit the left front to snap the car back straight, because I'm not going to spin somebody out. I'm at least going to make sure you're straight. At that point, we're making contact, so we're tight, we're pushing up. I mean, he's sliding all the way into the wall. I push up into the wall. I clear myself off his bumper and wins a win. I mean, you know, I feel like it was fair in the sense of he got into me, so I'm going to get into him. Was I a little egregious? I'll admit I was a little egregious. But first one that takes a shot is the first one to fire, so I'm going to fire back.
Yeah, that was a very, very intense final 2 laps, and um, honestly, I really think that it was just racing for the win. I don't think both of you are gonna get any penalties. I mean, it's, you guys were racing pretty clean until the very end. Like you were very patient until the final few laps. Same with Aiden, and just going for the win. But now that you have a win, you have 2 wins now under your belt. What are your plans going into Phoenix?
If I'm able to make Phoenix, I'll happily show up and put in my best effort, as I always do on the iRacing.com sim. I've been a little tied up with some family matters and some personal things that have been happening behind the scenes that have taken me away from being able to put the focus in that I really, really want. I can't really go into any specifics. I originally thought I wasn't even going to be at this race, and then I showed up, and then iRacing decided that it didn't want to work with me, and I'm grateful to the admin team and everyone involved for allowing me to get those laps back that iRacing took away from me and fix the issue that allowed me to stay in the race. And it turned out to be beneficial, and I'm grateful to be able to do these things. And if I'm able to make Phoenix, and like I said, I'm going to show up and I'm going to give my best effort, and I'm going to do what I can to make it happen. And we'll see how it goes. I just not to throw caution to the wind, I'll say, because I really don't like to be the petty one, but I do like to walk into some races and, I don't know, we'll say stomp on a couple of egos. I watched a few people drive over their head tonight, and while I might have driven over my head a little bit, it's still nice to say that I can walk away with the win.
And then lastly, Zachary, do you have anyone to shout out to?
Yeah, no, always. I gotta send a shout out to the real life sponsors that allow me to do things and stay competitive, and hopefully get back in a race car very, very soon. Working on getting medically cleared. Have to go to the doctor and get cleared from my orthopedic doctor, so they know that my back won't break again in another race car. Shout out to everyone who raced tonight. Had some fun. Definitely had some fun. The last lap there. Let me stop being petty. Yeah, no, I'm happy to be able to do these things. I'm happy to be able to have the time to be able to race and just enjoy myself. I think there's a lot of good drivers in here. I think there's a lot of people that can benefit from just hunkering down, being patient a little bit. I probably sound like the biggest hypocrite in the world, but it's the truth. I've watched a lot of good guys in here, and I've watched a lot of guys that maybe need to take a bit of a step back. But it's fun to be able to enjoy myself. It's fun to be able to enjoy camaraderie and be able to race. And I always got to thank the people that allow that to happen.
All right. Well, that is your race winner, Zachary Merdez, in that number 02 machine, winning here at Irwindale Speedway. Now let's get our second place finisher, Aiden Arevalo, up here. Well, Aiden, those final 2 laps were really entertaining, I must say. But
Yeah, it was
unfortunately,
fun until I got, bumped.
yeah, unfortunately you came up short. But yeah, just tell us your side of your experience.
So coming to go, I obviously was so much faster than Zachary there. And before I say anything slanderous, I guess you could say, I don't know, I can't find a better word to say it. I respect you. I respect you as a driver. I respect that you do legend racing. I do racing myself. But anyways, back to the virtual race. I get tight in turn 3. Obviously, I didn't mean to door him, but, I didn't put him in the wall. So we're side by side coming to the final lap. I come up a little bit thinking he would, get a little bit closer to the wall, as you could see on pace when I was running my quick laps. I was pretty much on the wall, right? So in turn 1, I pretty much send it, and I actually clear him. I don't know why he's saying that, I completely slid up and, or killed him or whatever he said. I was clear, and I was holding the brake, and basically parked it on the exit to get a better run, and, that's basically how you defend, right? I go low, I block a little bit, and he just sends it on my inside and pretty much dumps me for the win. And I don't understand how, me, like, slight dooring, coming to the white flag. I didn't put him in the wall, and I slid up maybe, but I cleared, right? And I came to block into turn 3, and I get wrecked. So that's my part.
All right. Well, it's still a long ways to go. We only completed 5 points races out of the 20 races that we have this season. But what are your thoughts heading into Phoenix?
Obviously, I know who to look out for, and I know. Yeah, I'll only say that I know who to look out for.
All right. Well, do you have anything else to say?
Uh, Thank you to Couldn't Make This Scheme in Time Incorporated for sponsoring our ride. Quarter panel sponsor for sponsoring our quarter panel. Me and the Cougar for sponsoring our hood. Elisa Liu, my wife, on the deck lid there. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
All right. Well, that is your second place finisher, Aiden Arevalo. Unfortunately, coming up short in that final 2 laps of that battle. Now let's go on to let's see if Gray Walker is up here. Are you up here? No, you're not. What about Colter Clark? No, you are not. Jacob Quayle? No, you are not. Let's get TJ. Let's get TJ Lair up here. If my computer wants to work again, there we go. Well, TJ, it's a solid 5th place finish for you. Obviously very chaotic where you were, but tell us your experience throughout this whole race.
Yeah, first of all, that was definitely a race, to say the least. Just a lot of lack of respect that was going on out on the racetrack tonight, and I understand that it is a short track and it's close quarters racing, but still, it was a little upsetting to see. I know I made my fair share of mistakes. I was in the wall all night, just trying to get that line down, and I was struggling there, and not exactly the fastest car on track, but still besides the point. It was just upsetting to see how everyone was treating each other out on the track there. But I was just kind of happy to get a somewhat decent finish there, finish about halfway up through the field after everything that occurred. Going from being in the back to maybe top 3 or so here and there, just from trying to start on the inside on those restarts there. I just was trying to get track position the best as I could, but when it came to race pace, we definitely lacked that tonight. It was definitely a bit of a struggle just trying to figure out that line. I just feel like I couldn't get the car to rotate as well as some of the other guys were. Um, whether it was trying to run on the top, run in the middle, run on the bottom, it was definitely a struggle. I will say it was my first true laps on the track today. Um, so it was a learning experience. I'm just glad that I was able to finish the race and get, looks like, sixth place finish there. Um, just feeling optimistic though for Phoenix Raceway, even if it's the old layout before the configuration. Um, hopefully that'll go much smoother, much cleaner. Everybody can just kind of have a much better time at that track. Maybe everyone can cool down a little bit. Happy where I finished.
Yeah, so you were involved in a lot of those crashes. I mean, like, were you worried that you were gonna run out of fast repairs?
I never really worried about it until I did run out eventually. But I was very conservative with them. Even when I got damaged, I was just, unless it felt like the car was actually absolutely destroyed, I just held on to the two fast sprays that I had. I used the first one, I believe, after I had that spin on my own from when I got loose off the corner and overcorrected in front of the field there. That was a bit embarrassing. I took my first fast repair there, and then the second one came when the I think it was a 56 spun up into us or drift up into us when we just got nailed in the outside wall and it broke a right front tire. Um, so I guess maybe in those closing laps without the fast repair was a little nerve wracking, say the least, with everything that was occurring. Just trying to keep the car in one piece. I didn't notice I finished without a front bumper. Apparently, I lost that on one of the restarts when I got into the back of, I think it was 56, because of a stack up. Um, but car held on. I mean, what can you do? It's a short track. It's not as aero dependent. If you tear up the race car, as long as you still got all four tires on it and your engine's still working, you should be able to get out relatively unscathed. So that was really the main concern, was just trying to keep the tires intact, keep the engine intact, and not really worry about the fenders at the end of the day.
All right. Well, TJ, do you have anyone else you wanna mention or anything else you wanna say?
Friends, family, those who always watch and support my races, whether it's watching the broadcast here or watching my streams for NIS on Friday nights. Uh, Always a big thanks to Logan, who's racing with me or sometimes spotting and being my crew chief for me in other races that we aren't racing together. Uh, so just grateful to have Apex Racing Club. Love this team. Really happy to just see how we grow as drivers, and just really looking forward to the rest of the season, seeing where everything can fall in place.
All right. Well, that is your fifth place finisher, TJ Lair. Let's see if we can get Gray Walker up here. He finished in third. Hey, Gray.
Hello.
Well, you finished in a third place finish after having an up and down day, to say the least.
Yep. Definitely an interesting race. I felt like I was bouncing around everywhere. Um, I don't know, it was difficult. Uh, I didn't kill too many people. Most of the stuff started coming towards the end. Most of the chaos. I think there was one time right towards the end where I got a little bit of damage. I think it was probably that last yellow. I was like, you know what? I have both my fast repairs. There's like 8 laps to go. Just gonna go ahead and use this. And so use that, and then for that final restart, I don't remember where I started. I don't know. Maybe it was like second or third, whatever. But yeah, I think I fell back a bit. Got stuck behind Coulter, my teammate. He had front end damage. Eventually got by him. And then there was Lincoln. Lincoln was in front of Coulter. And on the last lap, I was gonna pass him out too. He got really loose, came down off my nose, accidentally ended up killing him. But obviously that was not intended. He spun onto my nose, but I feel bad for him. But P3 definitely better than I thought I would do. Probably did not deserve that good of a finish, but I'll take it. Definitely taking this podium.
Yeah, and you're actually probably going to surpass both both Logan Pugh and Jordan White actually, possibly in the points because both of them. I mean, Logan didn't have that great of a race. I don't know if he ran out of fast repairs and just got a meatball, but Jordan White he didn't compete at all. So you're gonna gain a lot of points. So what's your plan for Phoenix?
Um, I'm not sure how many races are left in here. Let's look.
Uh,
Phoenix. Okay, race six
just
only. Okay,
yeah, just
there's a
15
lot of
races
races
left.
left.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So we're chilling. I mean, I want to win. Phoenix. I'd say I'm mediocre at Phoenix. Hopefully, I'll have a good run. Definitely just got to practice a little bit more, but I think a good run will come as long as I get some practice in. Just had a league race there on Tuesday. Was running top five, I think it was top five or six, and there was a wreck. Took me out because there were no fast repairs. Very unfortunate, but I was having a good run, so it gives me some optimism at least. But definitely a lot of room to improve. So,
All right, great. Do you have anything else to say?
no, I think that's it.
All right. Well, that is your third place finisher, Gray Walker, having a very up and down day and managing to finish in the top three. Let's see who's next down on the list. That would be Caden Perkins is not here. Cole Foreman's not here. Landon Barano. Let's get you up here. Hey,
Oh,
Landon.
oh boy, what's going on?
Well, so you had quite a day today. Um,
Yes, I did.
yeah. So uh, in the first in the first like run, you're kind of just letting people by. What was that thought process for that?
As you see me make, I'm sure I haven't looked at the clips, but with I think the prime example of me and the 56 later on in the run, uh, he expected me to run high. If you look back, I was running that white line. I
Mm-hmm.
didn't get as much practice as I did for Bristol. Um, I just was not confident. I couldn't run that high line without ramming it into the wall. So I was just trying to protect my car. Um, Unfortunately, I want to think I got hooked or slammed into on that first wreck I had. I'm not sure. I don't quote me on it. Um, I'm sure you reviewed it or something.
Yeah.
But I was crab walking into the pit lane.
Yeah, I saw. So basically, what happened there was that I think you got tapped by someone, and then you just spun it, and then you try to gas it up to try to kind of like save the front end, right? But then you end up hitting the inside wall with both your right side wheels,
Mm,
and then it
yep.
was it was like so later. It was like so much later from when I caught you like crashing that I didn't notice that like when it first happened. So and you were already in the pit lane, so I was like, all right, I'm just gonna have the caution happen, and I'm not gonna let the caution happen, and then when the next caution happens, I'll let you have your laps back, because I know that it should have been a caution, but it was just not in time. But yeah,
Yeah. I wasn't. I would have said something in chat, but I was like, I'm just gonna let this race play out. We're gonna have more cautions, as you've seen later on in the night.
yeah,
Um, Kind of sad to forced to use my first pass to repair that early in the race. Don't really like it. But around like lap 90, I was forced to use my last repair. So I was on a prayer that I didn't get caught up in anything serious, which I didn't. Um, Other than that, I had a major skill issue. I already know the penalty is going to be coming. Probably got a probably got a suspension coming. Probably got a whatchamacallit, trade
Yeah,
out a
we're
suspension for more probations. I
well,
I already know it's coming.
yeah, we'll definitely have to take a look at that. It's probably gonna be a pretty long incident report. Honestly, to me, I don't think it's gonna be as long as Bristol, because while the crashes were a lot bigger, I don't think a lot of them were like truly like a lot of them were kind of like racing incidents in a way. Some people were just going down the track and some people were going up the track at the same time and just collide into each other. So, take a look back at that penalty
I
report. It should be out like by I don't know, Monday or something. But yeah.
I think with that deal, I could be wrong, because I'm the only D class guy here. The lowest guy is a C. Everybody else is mainly A or B
Mhm.
class. But I think with this track and this car, it didn't really make for a good racing product per se. Not like how Bristol would have. Um, Mainly just solely because you gotta absolutely do a slide job at on a short track. Um, that never works out. If that top lane had more banking, it would be a good racing product. But with people being impatient, as we see in like Bristol and now to without this car handles, it just made for all these cautions. I imagine, as you said, it's just going to be a whole bunch of racing incidents. But we do have specific ones that I do think were intentional, especially towards the end, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I think a lot of people were just over with racecraft and just started running through everyone else at the very end. So it's gonna be a we're gonna be seeing like at the very beginning it's gonna be like super light, like maybe one or two incidents in the first 50 laps, and then it's just gonna compress into even more penalties as the race goes on. But yeah, we'll have to take a look at that tomorrow or Monday. But overall, what how do you think you can bounce back from this?
I don't really common sense. Everything I did, I know I was at fault. Like, not like during the caution laps and stuff like that. I know I was at fault. I just got to get more seat time on here and get adjusted to everything. The night was my first time as a doing the choose cone rule. I'm sure you saw that on the feed where my car went on the inside lane and then I kept on
Yeah.
trying to check back up. Um, iRacing was telling me to go past somebody. He was second on the outside. Like what? Huh?
Oh
Because
yeah.
I'm
So
so used I'm so used to doing D class. I've never experienced the choose cone rule on here. I figure it would say choosing now, and it would treat it like an actual choose cone
mm,
versus once you pass the line. As soon as I noticed it, I kept on trying to brake. I mean, I wasn't slamming on brakes, but the 18 was constantly on my bumper.
yeah.
That's another part on me, but still.
So yeah. So iRacing doesn't actually have an official choose cone rule. So basically what leagues would do is that at the start finish line, you would just go choose your lane, whatever, right? And then when the restart happens, I would clear your black flags for like passing under yellow and stuff like that. That's how the choose cone rule happens.
Gotcha.
But yeah, it's the first race, you're gonna learn from it and do better next race. Hopefully next race at Phoenix, I really hope and pray that it's gonna be a lot better than this race here at Irwindale.
Ooh, that'll that old surface track.
I mean, it could be pretty fun. It could be pretty
It'd be pretty.
entertaining.
I'm actually done. I've done more practice on Phoenix than I have for here, which is sad. But I was fooling around on Phoenix more. I do think as long as we all take a step back, get some patience going, and um and just race with more respect, I do think we will have a green flag run because we have not. Correct me if I'm wrong. Unless it was at the Glen or Michigan, we have not had a
You
green
mean
flag run
you
yet
mean
this season.
Chicagoland?
Oh, Chicagoland, yeah, my bad.
Actually, I believe we were gonna have one at Daytona until they crashed.
Yeah, and
I
so
might be thinking
we
wrong.
we came so close to them as well. Cause I've always remembered I look on my fuel whenever when the races
Uh-huh.
participated in. I'm like, hey, oh, I'm low on fuel. I needed a pit soon. Thank goodness that caution came out. I didn't even know.
Yeah. Well, um, Landon, do you have anything else to say?
I suck, and I apologize to everybody tonight.
All right. Well, that is
Have a nice
Landon.
day.
Well, that is Landon Barano in P9. Let's get up Lincoln Bauer, our second and final interview of today, finishing P10. Hey, Lincoln. So you had a very, and I mean very up and down day for you. I mean, like you were trying to fight your way up to the front, and then just unfortunate chaos ensued, and that would just bring you back. But like, tell us your experience throughout the whole race.
I mean, yeah, it was pretty chaotic the entire time. Nobody had a single ounce of patience, except maybe like Coulter Clark, Gray Walker tended to, Zach Mertes. They raced clean all day. Oh, and was it Cole Forland? I think they raced clean all race, and I really appreciated that. Felt like everybody else just lacked patience. Well, I didn't really race TJ much, but TJ tended to have some patience too and race clean. But yeah, it was quite chaotic. Definitely not the way I wanted that to end. Gosh, I thought I maybe had a shot at the win, sitting in third at the end, and then I just hit the wall and then turned myself off of Gray's bumper. So that was on me that I did not get a better finish. And heck, had I not done that, I probably maybe could have snuck in the win. But yeah, definitely very up and down. And yeah, I was pretty frustrated still from just how everybody raced. So honestly, I'm pretty sure that if Phoenix does not go any better, I'll be either quitting the league or switching to part-time because I'm not about to compete in every single race, such as short tracks, etc. If it's just a gamble, you know. I put in too much time and effort to try and learn these tracks, and just to get a shit show of a race like we got tonight, you know, where nobody drives clean. So that's kind of my piece on the race.
Yeah, I think I mean, I really do hope that Phoenix is a better race, but I think that Irwindale it was very difficult track to pass on. Like, you either were perfect on the top or you sent it on the bottom and just hope that the guy that you're passing just does not have a good run. But yeah, I think just people were just trying to be too desperate and just trying to make moves weren't that were just not going to happen. But I think that Phoenix should be a little bit better since that one's gonna be more of a low side track, and you can actually get a run on like a lane higher. Like it's a 2-lane track, I believe. So
Oh yeah,
yeah, I
for
think
sure. There's
I
ways to pass.
yeah
Yeah.
yeah Irwindale was I mean it was a fun race to watch. I mean don't get me wrong, but but you know, to drive, I imagine it'll be very frustrating, especially in those long runs where you can't do anything.
Yeah, I mean the long runs were the least of my worries, you know. Like I was actually really hoping to get some strategy, get some long runs, and then it just never played out, you know.
Mhm.
Everybody just found a way to be not patient, and you know the laps just ticked down under caution, and you know, and then as it got closer, you know, everyone gets more aggressive, and I will say I was absolutely not perfect, you know. I was far from it. I tended to have some speed early in the race, and then I had some damage, and I don't know when it got fixed, my car just did not handle the same ever. So I was struggling to find a line, uh, and also the bottom was a lot slicker than I expected it to be. You know, bottom and middle. So like I would try and make a move on Coulter Clark there at the end for third, and then I just accidentally, just a terrible slide job, walled him. I was like, oh my gosh, that was retarded. So it was, I can't blame everybody, you know. There was also some moments where I lost skill, but overall I tried to race clean, and it felt like more of just moments for me than an overall lack of respect and cleanliness. But hopefully nobody else thinks differently. I try my best. Uh, yeah. Hopefully I didn't piss anybody off too much.
Yeah, and Lincoln, I will say, I will give you props that you were one of the only drivers who actually made the bottom work, whether it was through like slide jobs or dive bombs. Like you just were able to make passes on the inside. Like you're one of the only drivers able to do that. Like you even managed to make yourself like into the lead. Well, not like, but like the battle for the lead by just using that inside. So yeah, props to you.
Oh, for sure. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Do you have any more thoughts?
Uh, I think that's about it. I just hopefully uh I think for the choose thing, I liked it a lot, but I think there should definitely be more restrictions on it. So I think, I mean, this is my opinion, but I think it should only be done at tracks that have a specified choose cone, and regular choose rules should take place. You know, like you can't drive over the cone, and you know all of that shenanigans.
Mm-hmm.
Cause yeah, it was definitely a little weird with like the start finish line, cause some people you know changed after, and it was kind of, it's hard to tell who was taking the bottom, you know, and I think a lot of people took
Yeah.
advantage of that. So it was interesting to watch for sure.
Yeah, and I think it's also, you know, it was the first time as well. People are not used to this new rule. So I think hoping at Phoenix maybe it might be a little bit better. Um, but yeah. Uh,
Yeah, it should be with the choose cone and whatnot. Uh, yeah, hopefully everybody's a little more patient too, cause man, like I think this would be a lot of fun. You know, it's not a skill issue. It just seems like more of a patience issue than anything. You know,
mhm.
like it would be a lot of fun. That even that race would have been a lot of fun. You know, like just you know pressure. I loved pressuring people, just waiting for them to make a mistake. You know, trying to make a move, or I would have loved some pit strategy. You know,
Yeah.
uh, hopefully
I
everybody else can see that for next race, and we can have some fun. You know.
yeah, I definitely would have loved to see people make some green flag pit stops and see how that worked out.
Oh yeah. I actually had a good setup point in the run before I accidentally wrecked Cole Forland. I I self-killed my strategy, but we would have had a green flag pit stops, and I had like 10 more laps than everybody. And so I was like, well, if a caution comes out, then I can trap everybody like 2 laps down. uh,
Yeah.
but did not work out like that. But
Ar-
overall, yeah, definitely just more patience from everyone would be really cool, really fun.
Yeah. All right. Well, that is Lincoln Bauer, your 10th place finisher at Irwindale. And then let's head to our final interview. Logan Pugh. Hey, Logan. So, you had a very rough race. I saw you did you run out of fast repairs?
No, I quit. I didn't feel like racing no more. I got beat the shit out of by the 54 and the 18 car. Broke the right front, and it was just inevitable that I was gonna self spin. So I didn't feel like racing no more. It was so bad out there. I just wanted to call it quits.
Ah, okay. Well, um, you know, it was definitely one of those really, just bad races that we had to learn from, especially with our me and the officials. We just have to see what we can do to make this racing better. But you know, what are your are you gonna be racing at Phoenix? I mean,
I don't know. It's up in the air at this point. Might find something else to do, run NAS or something else.
all right. Well,
I don't even care. I don't even care if I'm in the points lead or close to it. It's ridiculous. Put in so much effort and time into doing all these races just to get beat the fuck out of by the stupid assholes running into the wall.
yeah. Points. I mean, the points battle is gonna be very close now with Gray Walker and others. But you know, you you had a really decent run in the very beginning, I will say. Like you were trying to make that bottom line work, but with Irwindale being Irwindale, it didn't work out.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. We definitely had a top three car to compete with the 16 in there too. Um, I kind of butchered qualifying a little bit, started mid pack, and I made my way up through the pack just fine. And guys were just getting in the way, but I was making sure not to run into them. But when I got up next to them, when I got up next to them to try and pass them, they just put me in the wall and broke my right front. So just disappointing. I definitely think we could have got a top three finish there and been in a decent points shape to go into Phoenix. So it is what it is, and I'll think about my opportunities for next week.
All right. Well, that is your, what is that, 12th? Yeah, 12th
Yep,
place
12.
finisher, Logan Pugh. Unfortunately, uh, leaving the race, just because he got absolutely beat up by the rest of the field. But, um, I mean, I hope that you, the audience, had at least a little bit of entertainment from that race. I know that we'll have to work with the drivers and try to get their enjoyment back up, especially with um, having another short track Phoenix as our next race of the season. We have 2 off weeks now, so uh, if you're looking at the schedule, if you have the schedule up, our next race will be at Phoenix. That will be on March 21st. So we'll be able to see you then. But until then, come join your Discord server, or you could also go to the website to view some um, just overall news and information about the league. That just put in www.sciiracing.weebly.com, and that should take you there. But until then, until next race, we will see you, and hopefully that will be a better race. But we will see you then.